What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to discuss if Sony is making a new Uncharted game, which we've talked about before, but I want to talk about if there's additional evidence to suggest that. Ultimately, I think it's something. At the same time, I feel like it could all, obviously there's two sides of things, right? Could be nothing, could be something. So, a few days ago, I think it was actually on Sunday, and this was, I think, even retweeted by Shuhei Yoshida, right? The greatest man of all time, that Sony, they have a Malaysian studio, right? They've established a Malaysian first-party studio, and it's looking for a cinematic and in-game animator to help with its work on one of PlayStation's most well-known and well-loved franchises. This is a support setup studio to help out the company's various teams around the world, including Insomniac, Naughty Dog, and Guerrilla. This comes from Push Square. Now, the deal is, look, and I guess we'll read the thing. We are looking for a talented, highly motivated, and creative animators to breathe life into the next chapter of cinematic storytelling. A job advertisement reads, as retweeted by Shuhei overnight. In-game and pre-rendered animations is some of the stuff that they're going to be doing. Now, a lot of people have jumped to, they're helping out the San Diego studio. So remember, the San Diego studio, Sony's, was a team, I think, originally developed around like engine work and things that are outside of purely like a game. It was that in its own way was like a support studio, right? But that worked on engines, that worked on things like that. And then they changed it. I don't know actually, if that still is going on there in addition to it, or if it's, they moved it somewhere else. But they have officially, the San Diego team that wasn't doing this before is now working. We've talked about this, in the past, is now working on like a AAA game. Okay, they've stocked it up full of people and they're ready to go. So basically, I would like Sony to probably acquire more teams just in general, right? They've fallen behind Microsoft over the last little while. With that being said, this team right here is basically a new studio as it is because they were doing something else. Again, whether or not that's still happening in addition to it, but now they're making a brand new game. And a lot of people have jumped, and there's been hints before with job postings that, like a third-person action-adventure game. I think that was actually one of the key telling signs of it, that it could be an Uncharted game. Now, again, this well-known and well-loved now it's franchises. That's an issue too. Is it specifically talking about Uncharted? I don't think it can be, considering it. Well, it can, but it doesn't. It's not exclusive because it's multiple. And again, this is a team that, and they even say it here, this is a team that collaborates with the other teams. In case people didn't know, and I know sometimes I drop these factoids that some people don't know, and so let me just say it. When a studio is making a game, it gets outsourced. I guess maybe not indie games, but if you go into like the more like AAA territory, it's never just the studio. A lot of stuff is outsourced. You don't necessarily want that, but it happens every time. I would say the least amount of outsourcing, the better. But even you look at The Last of Us Part 2 is a fantastic example. There were thousands of people that worked on it. There are not thousands of people at Naughty Dog. That got outsourced, all different things in terms of how the game looks, visuals, sound, lighting, all this stuff. So, it does get done in Naughty Dog, but a lot of it also gets done from just and this happens in the movie industry, in the television industry, all the stuff, okay? And so, with this, an Uncharted, a Horizon, a God of War, all of these games, yeah, the bulk of the stuff is going to be done at Guerrilla, at Santa Monica, at Naughty Dog, but there are going to be other things done at other places, and this Malaysian team is one of them, okay? Now, I don't know if they've done stuff in the past. I don't know if this is like a brand new studio that they just opened, but that's just generally how it works. So I would like to believe this is more evidence, but to be honest with you, the only thing we have is well-known, and now, okay, I guess we can say that. Well-known and well-loved franchises. Now, again, it's plural, so it means more than one. God of War is a franchise that's been around a long time, and it's very well-loved. I would not be surprised at all if they're talking about that. Horizon is an interesting one, because Horizon is loved, but it's not, and it is well-known, but it's not like long-standing. And I know they didn't say that. I know they didn't say that in the thing, right? But I just feel like they're probably talking about things that have been around maybe for a longer time. That's definitely, by the way, an assumption. That's just me. And honestly, I'm trying to just stretch it out to see if it can possibly apply to Uncharted, right? I mean, Uncharted fits that bill. It's definitely well known and it's definitely well loved. Horizon is well known and well loved, but again, it's not been around for that long, but it is a new game that we know very well is, happening. Could they be hiring to have people, get ready for, have people, work on it? Definitely all possible. I really, I'm going to stick with it. I really do believe an Uncharted game is in the works. I do think that's what's, the San Diego team has been working on for a couple years at this point. I think it's only a matter of time until we see it. Uncharted is way, way, way too big. Even without Nathan Drake in it, it's still way too big to not continue it in the future. I know they've left behind franchises like Infamous and Sly, and actually a lot of Sucker Punch ones, right? They've left, in all reality, though, they've left behind a lot of different, games in the past. Uncharted, I do not think, is one of those games. You do not leave a game like Uncharted, one of the best sellers that PlayStation has ever had. You do not leave that behind, right? So I think they are eventually, if it's not San Diego, it could be somebody else, maybe, and I don't think it would be Naughty Dog, by the way, but I'm sure they'll have somebody working on an Uncharted game at some point if it's not already happening right now. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Do you think that this is another hint that Uncharted could be in the making? Or again, do you think maybe they're just talking about Horizon, maybe they're talking about God of War, maybe they're talking about something else too, because I'm sure there could be other, even like, I guess maybe even like Ratchet and Clank, could they be helping with Ratchet and Clank? That's definitely one as well. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. I do a brand new video on this channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.